right, I think I'm up now. All right, can you guys hear me? Anybody give me a yes? Anybody out there? Charlie or Classic 90 B96? Thank you very much. Hello, WP Doc from Brazil. And thank you very much for speaking, typing in English because I don't know Portuguese. I have to use Google Translate. Thank you. So, first question is, can you reveal from Classic B96? Thanks for joining in. Can you reveal how much you make across all your videos in ads alone a day? Big ballpark would be great. I'm doing okay in YouTube. Per day, I make hundreds of dollars a day. Definitely not thousands of dollars though. So the average day, it's hundreds of dollars, and that's just on the YouTube ads that run on the videos. Hello, Charlie. Thank you for coming in, and WP Doc again. Oh, well, thank you, WP Doc, for using the Google Translate. Much appreciated. And Vinicius, thank you for coming in from Brazil as well. This is just some of my favorite memories from competitive eating, and one of them is from you guys from Brazil. This is the trophy I got competing with Ricardo in the Sliders Hamburger Contest. So I do have two dogs, and right now the dogs are barking, so let me shut the door. Sorry about that. Thank you from Brazil. Bachi, thank you very much. Appreciate that. I guess one of the perks of me having a big Brazil audience is I do subtitle into Portuguese, and I appreciate your support from Portugal. Jeremy, well, thank you. It's my eating talent. One of the questions I had also earlier was I discovered at a young age I could eat a lot. My parents always went to buffets, and we always tried to get our money's worth. And then once I went into college, I really started doing eating contests, and that was back in the mid to late 80s. And luckily, I've managed to make this, a living out of it. Doug Marks, they announced that it's June 2nd, Gluttony Night, and that's definitely happening this year, Gluttony Night, but I'm not sure if I'm participating in it yet. Any planned trips to Chicago? Classic B96, I would like to get to Chicago. I'm not sure if I can do it this year. I did live in Chicago for 3 years, and I have a couple of eating friends that live in Chicago, so I definitely would like to stop out and see them, as well as see the city. Oh, Charlie Smith. Well, thank you very much. So I'm assuming when I ate pizza against Beard, it was him and Dan Kennedy, and I ate it solo. I'm pretty sure all three of us could have eaten it solo, maybe at different speeds, but I just did it as kind of a goof, and it looked like I was this incredible eater compared to them. And probably on that day I was, but I'm sure they could do it if they want as well. Big Mac Mick, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate that, and I recognize that name from you're a recent sub, I believe. Do I think man versus food is the single most important factor in allowing food challenges and competitive eating to explode in popularity? I would say Randy Santel is my single biggest factor from what my experience is. Adam did help put the name out there, but Randy really put it everywhere and made a big deal about it. And as an individual person, he was able to convince restaurants to create eating challenges. And he probably created I don't know, 150 or 200 eating challenges just because he talked to the restaurants themselves. So it's a combination of things. Do I think I could eat the ribs from the Flintstones that tips over Fred's car? Wow, there's a throwback. I would put a dent in them. Hopefully, there's a lot of bones though. One-legged Honda mechanic. There's an excellent YouTube channel right there. Check out his channel if you want to know how to fix anything about cars. He puts a lot of great stuff, and it's just really simple, easy to use. Ramon, thank you. Obrigado. Ramon, appreciate the support from Brazil. Brazil has shown me a lot of love, and I would not be here today if it wasn't for Brazil. My channel this time last year, so a year ago, had roughly 6,000 subscribers, and it was just going to be turned into a pure chug channel. I was going to stop the eating, and through my collaboration with Ricardo, and then all the love that Brazil showed me, which is just over the top insane. I'm now still doing the eating stuff on YouTube. Do I live in the PA suburbs? Absolutely. So I was raised in King of Prussia, which is famous for the shopping center, CJ. And now I'm in Royersford. So I'm a little bit farther west now. I'm about 13, 14 miles west of King of Prussia. Do I have any health problems? I'm sure I have health problems for Q. Not so much in my numbers, like my cholesterol or diabetes or anything like what normally you could test for. But am I putting added strain on my joints with my weight? There's no doubt. Of course I am. So, of course, I have health issues from being my size. Much like anyone my size has health issues, whether they're fit like Arnold Schwarzenegger or not. You're putting added weight and stress on the joints all day long. So that is true. But as far as my blood tests, everything always comes up normal. I'm always well within the safe ranges. There's no one, Charlie, there's no one who could beat you on a fair playing field. Well, I'm not sure about that because I've lost a lot of contests, believe it or not. I used to be more well known for competitive eating, and I've definitely lost my share of contests. I have been ranked as high as number 2 in the world after Joey Chestnut. But to be honest with you, I would beat Joey once or twice a year. And it was probably when he was having an off day and I was having a better day. Have I gotten a coronary calcium scan recently? I would say absolutely not, just because I'm not even sure what that is. Fabio, thank you. Obrigado. Yes, Ricardo is the man, and I can't wait to see him July 4th. You guys in Brazil are in for such a treat this July 4th. Some of the top eaters in the world get together for this hot dog contest, and I've been following Ricardo since last December, not this one just passed, a year ago December, and he is going to put on a show on July 4th. I can't wait to be there. Grave Robbers Girl, hi. Hello, Grave Robbers Girl. Thanks for stopping in. Bart Basin, always seeing nice people, always enjoy seeing nice people produce good content. Thanks for what you do. You always come across as super personable and kind. Thank you. Well, I have to tell you, I appreciate that, Bart, but I'm trying to be what just I would hope everyone tries to be. I'm not trying to say that I'm this great guy. I don't mean that at all. I just realized that I am absolutely nobody special in life. If somebody wants to take time out of their day to come up and say hi to me, I mean, who am I not to talk back to them? I just assume everyone's going to do that. Now, of course, if you're a huge personality, you just can't talk to everybody all day long. And I'm certainly not anywhere near that level. So, of course, I'll talk to anybody if you come up to me. I got it. Thank you. Yes, everything's going well. Okay, clocks. Bob, can I explain why Stoney gets 20 million views and nobody else is close? So back in the day, I was with Major League Eating and was, like I said, as high as number 2, generally ranked number 3rd in the world. And nobody was doing YouTube. There was a Major League Eater. I don't even think we were allowed to. And Matt hadn't joined Major League Eating yet, so he started it, and Furious Pete started it, and they really got a foothold into the whole YouTube world, and they took off. Now, of course, it helps if you continue to produce quality content like Matt bangs out every single video. So that just makes him explode. But yeah, it's weird because people will eat a lot more and a lot faster than Matt. And I'm not talking about a lot of people, I'm talking about a handful of people. There's probably three, four people that are just really doing something way bigger than Matt, but they won't get the views. Now, partly they're just not as entertaining. And I'm certainly fall in that category. I'm not saying I'm better than Matt, but as far as entertaining, Matt's got it going on. He's got his little script down and he sticks with it and it's perfect. They have a giant burrito that's almost impossible to finish. Let me check that out. I should El Pueblo. Well, there was probably one burrito that I know I can't finish. It was a ridiculous 30-pound burrito, and you had to drink something afterwards. But I probably would have a good shot against any burrito, especially if you have it longer than, say, 10 minutes. I should probably be able to finish any burrito. Burgers, pizzas, or Chinese, no one could beat you, not timed. Oh, well, Charlie, I appreciate that. I mean, I can definitely, if it's just ability to sit there and eat, I definitely that's my strong suit. I can just crank it out time and time again. I don't know that I'm the best in the world. There's always someone better out there. There's a guy named Joey Chestnut that is absolutely the number one eater in the world. Not that I'm number two anymore. Thank you, Spake Discordia, for stopping in. Obrigado, Leonardo. Thank you very much. Luther the Great. Well, thank you for the dots. You're obviously, and I know obviously we all recognize who you are, Luther, but thank you for the dots. The coronary calcium scan is a blockage of heart arteries. Oh, hey, that's a good thing to get. I'll have to look into that classic B96. I'm not sure what that was before talking to you just now, but I will look into that. Well, thank you, COD Squad, for stopping in, first of all. And as I said before, I'm not sure if you're on, like, I'm thrilled when anybody wants to come up and say hi to me. So, like, I don't know how, like, I couldn't stop and say hello to them back, and just to acknowledge them when they acknowledge me. How much do I spend on toilet paper? Obi-Wan cannoli. I assume you're joking a little bit, but I'm going to tell you the secret of competitive eating. Write this down now. It's those wet wipes, not the toilet paper, the wet wipes you use. They come in the packages. They supposedly clog the toilets. Wet wipes are the secret thing. The day after the pepper sauce challenge, how did I feel? Holy smokes, WP Doc. That was brutal. So that was what, Texas Pete? I'm getting all the names confused. I'm pretty sure it was Texas Pete, a gallon of it. And that was one of the worst things I've done. It was just incredibly stupid. And you definitely won't see me doing that in this channel anymore. I might do hot stuff, but doing a gallon of that hot sauce was just wrong. I just felt like someone punched me in the stomach for probably 4 or 5 hours afterwards. Then I was fine. And so the next day I was totally fine. But just for hours afterwards, that was hurting. Johnny West, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate your support. I got a lot of requests for lives, and I will do this on a Tuesday, maybe as much as once a month if people are interested. But I will have to change the time I'm doing it. This is my normal release time, which is convenient for me to release a video after I get off my day job. But a lot of people don't watch my videos when I release them. They watch them hours later. So I might mix up the times, but I would like to try to do this once a month. So Johnny's going very well. Hen. Oh, thank you very much, Hen. I appreciate you. I'm getting new subscribers all the time, thankfully. The goal is to get to 100,000 subscribers. Don't know why. It's just a ridiculous goal. When I started, like, something that just didn't make any sense why 100,000 people would be subscribing to me. So I would love to get that, and hopefully I will. Thanks for watching, and I apologize for the really poor editing quality on, say, my first 100 videos. Thank you, Tyler. Recognize the Bob song. Charlie Smith, including women. Oh, a woman. Yeah, there's. Are you talking about female eaters that can beat me? There's definitely at least one that can out eat me at a buffet. I don't know of others, but I have done a contest, what was commonly called a world championship, and I've eaten against the Team Japan. We beat them in the championship 2 years in a row. And there are some female eaters from Japan, and they're used to eating for long periods of time. Like their contests are a half-hour contest. So in the States, we go from 6 to 10 minutes in a contest. So they're just used to just sitting there and just eating. So they are very tough. Most wanted, thanks for stopping in. Swamp Things. Well, Swamp Things, you absolutely did eat more than me for lunch. So that's a question I get a lot, so I'll cover that. Um, I really don't eat a lot of food in life outside of these videos. So it used to be easier when I was doing contests all the time. I really had to restrict my diet. Doing the videos, I kind of cheat more than I used to. But so far today, I've had 400 calories tops and that was a breakfast and lunch. So you definitely ate more than I did so far. And I probably won't, maybe another 400 calories today. So 8 to 900 tops. I would like to film a video tomorrow to be released Friday. Christina Johnson, well, hello. Thank you for stopping in. And Lori, hello. My favorite food most wanted is, I tried to break this down. It's a meatball sandwich, and I'm thinking about doing a big meatball sandwich in the next week or so. I already bought the meatballs. I'm going to have to get a lot of, like, some type of serious roll. I'm looking for what type of roll to use, but I'm going to do that one at home just so I can customize it how I want this big meatball sandwich to be. Drew, thanks for stopping in. Everything's going great. I appreciate it. Life's good. It's crazy. It's lots of exciting things happening, and I try to focus on the stuff I like that's good that's coming out, and stick with that. And I found if I am able to focus on the good things that are going on in life, it seems like more good things come along, and the stuff that's not so good uh, doesn't bother you as much. Not that I'm not affected by things, but things are going well. Incredible job. Keep up the great challenges video. Thank you so much. Hippins Cod. Oh, Aubrey. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Hypnos Cod. I appreciate it. Do I have any plans on eating challenges in all 50 states? Not really. I'm not too old for that, but like I really love going to these buffets and doing them. So maybe a buffet in 50 states, but a challenge. Yeah, I guess if I was there, I would do a challenge as well, but that's not as big a thing for me. How was the toilet after the 100 sliders? Well, Martin, that was a tough day because I went right from Crystal's, went back to the hotel to drop off the camera gear, and then I took a quick nap, and then I went to Dollywood for the rest of the night, and I was not feeling good at Dollywood. I went on a couple roller coasters, and it wasn't a lot of fun. But everything else was fine. Oh, well, Charlie, I'm glad you were able to hop in time convenient for you. Grave Robbers Girl, don't say that. I'm not sure what that's in reference to, but I'll try not to say whatever that was. I hope you try finished food, mommy. Beat all. Well, I will have to ask Jesse what that is and talk to him. Maybe we can figure out something to do, maybe as a collab. I'm not sure if I can get that here. Oh, good. Excellent. Belgium. Okay. Good time for you, most wanted. Thank you for stopping in. I love your chugging views. Cheers from India. Thank you very much, Gary. I don't do a lot of chugging as much anymore. I used to be a very good chugger, doing a huge volume of liquids. It wasn't even a chug for me. I wasn't doing 3.5 gallons at the time, which I don't recommend anybody do. But now I'm really rarely ever chug anything anymore, unless it's something small, which would be large for you guys, but small like a gallon. Pro gamer. Well, I don't know if that's coming through um, the translator, but you're going to propose to your goat Lucy. Good luck to you. I hope everything goes well. And I have 3 kids, so I'm not quite sure if you're referring to me that way, but that was a little while ago for me. Well, WP, thank you. The Bob song is for some reason popular in Brazil, but it's also I don't get copyright infringement. I made up my own song, and I've been trying to get a guy, a big name person, to re-record it for me, and hopefully that works out at some point. Para, hugs from Brazil. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate your time. Obrigado for stopping in. And Brian, thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for your support. I really do appreciate all you guys' support, and I try to interact with you guys in the comments. And I usually try to spend at least an hour or two on every video trying to reply back to people. I apologize if I missed you. It's nothing personal. Sometimes it's just with outside stuff. I can't get to the comments all the time, but I do try to interact with people. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch and then comment. That's like crazy over the top. Something that I did. So I appreciate that. A Burger King Whopper challenge. Drew, that is a good challenge. And I'm unfortunately not at the stage where I'm a huge channel yet. So these when you see people do these challenges, they're not always the best people with these records. And I'm only saying that they're the people that are bankrolling a big video. Like if I was going to do Whoppers, I'm going to assume that it's, at least 20 Whoppers and they're $4 a piece or $4.50. That's at least $80. And that's a commitment to one video. So I'll do them occasionally, like a big money video. Like I did order 18 entrees and that video didn't go anywhere. I mean, I literally ordered 18 different entrees off a menu. It wasn't a buffet. Everyone just assumed I was at a buffet. So that was a lot of money in that video, but it didn't go over that well. So I'm trying to play it a little bit safer with the buffets right now. Oh, please, Keel. Well, thank you very much, but I don't know if that's how factual that is, but I appreciate it and I appreciate your support. Hello, Jazzy. Thanks for stopping in. Fehoda. That is something I'll have to ask Ricardo about. So I have plans, hopefully, to come to Brazil sometime in 2020, later this year. But I do have a very tight schedule with personal stuff, my family. I do have a trip planned to Spain. So I'm not positive I can get to Brazil this year, but I will if I can, even if it's just for like, say, a 4-day trip, something short. Charlie, yeah, I hardly ever leave any kind of food on the plate unless it's something that's timed and I got to really crank it out. Okay, so Enzo, I personally know Matt Stoney. It's not like I'm calling him on the phone every day, and it's not like I'm calling him on the phone pretty much for many years, but we do know each other. We did used to compete against each other. Now I was kind of ending my career as he was coming into Major League Eating. So the first contest, I think I beat him every contest straight that we were in. And then once he beat me in one contest, I don't know that I ever beat him after that. But I'm not positive. I might have in Chile or something. But generally, as his talent rose, he did surpass me at the end of my Major League Eating career. As far as a collab, I highly doubt we'll ever do a collab. He has his own thing going. If you see, he doesn't generally do collabs. He'll be primarily in his kitchen, and I'm not going to knock him. He's got it going on. I wouldn't want to mess with the thing if I were him. And not that he thinks I'm going to bring down his channel, but he doesn't collab with a lot of people. Yes, Toronto is incredible, Jazzy. I liked it. I used to do the poutine contest up there. And Joel, I don't know, I guess Joel's near Toronto because he came to the Buffalo contest and he said it wasn't too far. I don't think so. That would be good to connect with him. I'm sure he would knows everything that's going on up there. Yeah, Charlie, chug videos are very popular in some areas, but it's a much more limited field than eating. So Swamp Things, yes, we've done. I've done many contests in amusement parks, and we literally leave the stage area and immediately go on a roller coaster. So I did that after having. I remember Joey Chestnut and I went on a roller coaster right after the chili spaghetti contest. I think I did 13 and a half pounds of chili spaghetti. And uh, who won that contest? That's right. That's one of the ones I beat Joey. Joey really didn't like chili spaghetti. And I did beat him there. So yeah, that's a brutal thing to do. Well, thank you, Donut Boy. I appreciate that. Donut Boy 420. I wonder if the 420 comes in. I appreciate that. Nate, I appreciate you stopping in and thank you for your support. Oh my goodness. Apparently, am I way behind here? Oh yes, most wanted. Yes, I did look good in that video with Beard, and Beard draws such a big audience that my video got a lot. A win challenge with LA Beast. I was not involved. I know Kevin, and I have not seen him for probably 3 or 4 years. Last time I saw Kevin face to face, we ate a big goat with Kobayashi. Well, Clocks. Hello, Ian. And Clocks. Extreme heat is always going to be the roughest, just because when you go to some of these places, they put a lot of capsaicin in it using the extract, and it's just horrible. Favorite pizza is probably Neapolitan or the round one. If it's a thick bottom, if it's not, then it's Sicilian, or if I'm in Chicago, a deep dish. I don't really like the Uno's pizza in Pennsylvania. It's not bad. All pizza's great, but I prefer the Eduardo's in Chicago. Uh, Indie Mania. I don't like shellfish. I really don't care for shellfish. I don't like raw seafood, so I'm not into that stuff. Am I coming to the UK? I would like to. I don't think it's on the schedule for this year, though. I have been in the past to Ireland, and that was incredible. GSR Joe 92. Still need your address for last week's Easter egg winner. So need to get that out to you. Um, Jocelyn, hello. Tiffany, well, thank you very much. You're always too kind. Gray Robbers, where's the taco challenge? I'm not sure if I missed that or not, but if it's anywhere in the area, I would love to meet up. Jazzy, so I don't know if I missed this one as well. Yeah, sushi on a buffet is one thing. Sushi when you're ordering out of the cart is brutal when you're eating, 150 or 200 pieces. Hello, Diane. Uh, so did I watch the Beast eat the cactus? I was in Wing Bowl when LA Beast ate a cactus, so I guess I did see him after the goat. Yeah, so I was in Wing Bowl. I ate next to him on stage right after he ate the cactus, which is probably pretty dumb while you're in an eating contest, but he is crazy and he does not say no. Like he pushes himself to the limit, which you can really appreciate. Hello, Blake, Yvonne, Nilsson, Rodriguez, Ola, thank you for coming. Brian Sweeney, hello. Mike Gibson, hello. Ryan and Joel are tight. Ryan might be taking a break. Ryan, I'm not sure who Ryan is. Feel me once, hello. A cereal challenge. Now, hen, that would be rough. Just because they tear up your mouth. Hello, Thiago, Kitty and Kitty Cat. Kind regards from Holland. Oh, awesome. That's the first Holland, Rick. Thank you. More and more food. Hello. Oh, well, thank you very much, William Glenn. I appreciate that. I am not half the channel that Matt is. I'm not 1/100th he is, but I appreciate it, David. Thank you. Things are going well. Richmond, Virginia. Wow. Racine, I appeared down there 2 years in a row at the Flying Squirrels game. Not this year. I don't think that's on the books. But hello. Hello to Brazil. I'm not sure about that, Tony, but appreciate the guess. So we're seeing. So yeah. So I was there in 2 years in a row. More spaghetti. Okay. I do have a pasta one coming up, probably Friday, but I don't do meatball sandwich. Thank you, Jason Joseph, for the 100 crystals. That started out mentally. That was an easy thing to do, and then it turned out it was not. I was pretty much dumb to commit to that many in a restaurant. That was rough. Well, I'll have to check out LAB's video because I'm not sure who this person is. When am I going to retire from food challenges? I'm 53 years old, and I don't have any plan on doing it. I'm going to keep doing this as long as I can. I'm significantly older than pretty much every other eater from any country that's still able to eat a lot. But unless something happens, I don't see anything slowing down soon. I've not tried thick water. Hello, Paulino. Hello from Las Vegas, Anthony. Well, Yukaro, thank you very much. Obrigado. Cream cakes, like cream cheese. I do like cream cheese. That would be a brutal challenge. Like eating a whole cream cheese cake, that would be rough. From Oklahoma. Thank you very much, Rusty. Oh, I appreciate you watching while at the gym. I get several people have told me that, probably, dozens, but that they watch while they're either working out or they're like a wrestler on a fast, trying to cut weight. They'll watch. Obrigado. Do I fast after huge food challenges? I fast before and after huge food challenges. So I need to clear out my body if I'm going to do a huge filming beforehand, and then afterwards I try to balance out the calories. But if I'm just doing, say I'm doing a 13 pounds at a buffet, I could eat normally the day before and eat the 13 pounds because it's not pushing my capacity. But I don't want to eat normal just because of the calories. Miss Hobbs rocks. Yeah, I wish I hopefully I can dig up that. Maybe I can dig up when LA Beast and I with Kobayashi and Pat. We did the gravy brown. We ate that goat. Maybe we'll put that out there. Hello, Christina. Do I know Randy Santel? Yes, I've done 2 videos with Randy. Randy, incredible economic force in YouTube eating world. He's probably the most watched, what I'm going to call him, competitive eater. He's not a contest eater, but he's probably the most individually watched competitive eater by other competitive eaters. He literally documents all these different food challenges. Whenever we travel anywhere in the country, we always look up where Randy's been, and then we know what to do, what to expect rather. Some places might bill it as a 5-pound sandwich, and then Randy will get there and you'll see that it's an 8-pound sandwich. So we learn a lot of stuff from Randy, whether people want to admit to it or not. Randy is a much watched person by other eaters. A lot of people will put him down because he doesn't have contest skill, but I've eaten with many, many hundreds of people that consider themselves professional competitive eaters or contest eaters, and I would have Randy above most of easily well above in the top half. It's not even a question. And they consider themselves professional competitive eaters. My favorite movie, Jazzy, thank you, is Pulp Fiction. It's very violent, but I like that there's kind of many mini movies in one movie, and yet it still gets all blended together. But I do a Dutch challenge. Of course, I will do a Dutch challenge. I would love to. Um, I just don't know any right now. Beyond Seattle Eats is a very big YouTube channel in my live stream. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but yet another YouTuber with the one-legged Honda mechanic that good quality stuff. Now, Beyond Seattle eats hot stuff. I eat baby hot stuff. She eats the real hot stuff, and so and she handles it well. So check her out. Thank you very Nate for the video because there's lots of good-looking, bald, goateed, overweight IT folks out there. No In-N-Out near me. I would love to, though. Yes, Katie's here in the house. B.O.B, thank you. You did the spicy ribs, 13 ribs over 2 million Scoville. See, Donut Boy, that sounds like, they're just putting in extract almost. Miss Hobbs, another YouTube channel here. Hello, and thanks for stopping in. Nick, time for some Thai food. Oh, I've never done Thai. I would like to find a Thai buffet because then the reason I like going to buffets, like I did an Indian buffet near me, I got to try all kinds of different food. And I don't know if you know it, I love to eat. Like I'm not one of these people out there that does it for a living. If I didn't have this channel, I would be eating a lot of food because I love to eat. So when I go to a buffet, I can eat 20 different items, then figure out what I like best, and go from there. Most people, though, they can only eat, 5, maybe 10 items. So if I could find a Thai one, I would definitely be doing that. First time catching me live. Well, yes, Christina, thank you very much. I rarely go live, partly because I think that I live my life and it is not that interesting. So I'm shocked that people want to join in and listen to me live, but I appreciate it. And I've been getting a lot of feedback from people that are interested in this. So I probably do this once a month and we'll see if that lasts or not. Armand, you have an Xbox character, probably maybe Donkey Kong, just off my size. I don't know. SLK, obrigado. Thank you from Brazil. Oh, and Thunder. Lots of Brazil here. Gosh, am I like a mile behind here? Come back to Brazil, Sierra. I'm sorry if I missed people. It looked like I was like staying current. Hello, Jason. Whenever your friend and I hit the buffet, always think, oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Jason. Now that is awesome. I don't understand when people say that, oh, you appear to be so nice. Like if someone came up to me and said that they sing the Bob 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 song before they start a buffet, that's awesome. Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate that. Come to Europe. I am coming to Spain, guaranteed. I already bought the ticket in September. So hopefully catch up with some YouTubers there. The biggest being Estic. Not that Estic said he was going to eat with me, but I'm going to ask him and we'll see what it goes. He has mentioned me before, so. Correct something more ads in his video you watched it, or he could do. Well, yes, Miss Hobbs, that is true. Not that I'm allowed to say that, but Randy is awesome. Randy's a great guy with me. I don't know how you couldn't say that. So I don't know why he isn't like up there in the Matt Stoney realm of competitive eating on YouTube. Would you rather eat 100 taco size horses or one horse sized taco? Holy smokes. One horse sized taco. Thank you. That's a good question. Big Monster, Ivanelson, thank you very much. Big Monster, for those of you not from Brazil, is a compliment. That means they view me as a impressive eater. And I can't tell you the support from Brazil. Thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot. Hi from Chicago. Just make sure you're lifting heavy things between the challenges. I still can't lift heavy. So my YouTube name, I had shoulder surgery now, I guess 3 years ago. I still can't lift heavy weights, although I can lift weights. So I do lift weights. Brian, yeah, I started killing buffets from a very young age, eating way overeating when I was a little kid. So the IHOPs all you can eat pancakes. A lot of people have been requesting that, but I don't have an IHOPs near me, and I probably won't be recognized when I go to an IHOP. And then it gets to be my selling skills. I don't feel like sitting there all day long to get some more pancakes, so I don't know if I'm going to be filming there. Oh, thank you very much, Jazzy Idea, Crazy Duck. Hello. Beard meets food. He's already mentioned several times by other people in the string is actually in here, or someone spoofing Beard, but he has a check mark. And then when it sees beans, would I make a comeback for beans for my boy Beard? Well, I would seriously consider it, but it's not happening. Yes, Randy video is great. Yukaro, may God always bless your life. Well, thank you very much, Yukaro. That is something big in my life. And I am proud to say that after many years after 29 years of being married to a Catholic, I became a Catholic last Easter. Beard's here, same here. Hi, Brian. Hi, Adam. Oh, good. I can flip through these. What size shirt do I wear, Colby? I am a solid 3X. Even though I look trim and probably like a large, but I'm actually a 3X. So good YouTube can make a living for people. So Craig, yes. So YouTube is crazy. There's lots of revenue streams. There's people that can put this up before the video and then they get paid that way. I'm not at that level yet. Or you get paid off the ads, or you get paid off super chats, people donating money. You get paid off sponsors. This is not YouTube. This is stuff I had before my eating, just doing eating contests. So there's lots of different revenues. So I don't know if any single revenue is enough to support people unless you're Matt Stoney, but you need a lot of different revenue streams. Do I play video games? Well, can I eat something now, Peter? No, I don't have any food here, but I drank for you. Do I play video games? I will be playing a video game coming out very soon, the game that I'm in. So yes, I'll be talking about that shortly. Randy is prolific and knows how to work a crowd. Randy is insane. That is like the understatement of a lifetime. I've never seen anybody so engaged with the crowd as Randy is with his fans, and I've been fortunate enough to see it live twice. Not just because I was able to collab with him, but just seeing him interact and the joy people had in talking to Randy. He is literally top level eater. I don't know how anybody wouldn't have him at the top. Thank you, Junior. Oh, please. You're the Spice Queen. You saw how I cried doing that popcorn. So yes, Colby, I'm triple the best BOB. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Aaron. So do I have any pets? So right now, I have 3 kids. 2 are taking college classes. 1 graduated. But we have 2 dogs and a rabbit between us. And it's the one dog is a year old, the other is 4 years old, and the rabbit is 3.5 years old. Is Ken Dumick your younger or older brother? No, but I will have to look up who Ken is after this. No slight to Ken. Howdy, Anomaly. BC, do I have any pants? I think I know who BC is. I recognize that dog. Aren't you supposed to be working right now? Oh, now see, I scrolled down from BC. Or I lost. Okay. That's so sweet to hear you converted from a. Actually, well, so love. Thank you very much, but she would not like that comment. I did not convert for her. I got married in the Catholic Church. I promised to raise my kids Catholic in order to be married in the Catholic Church, and I was not Catholic forever. I converted for me over listening to my wife, and For those of you who don't know, my son was a seminarian at the local Catholic seminary. So I raised some devoted Catholics, and after listening to them for many decades, I went that route. Yes, 3X on the shirt. Canal. Oh, thank you, obrigado. It's me, Big Papa, the real me. I would love to do a Philly thing with you, Beard, or anywhere if I can get to, within like 5-6 hours driving or whatever. I'd definitely come meet up with you, and we could do cheesesteaks. We have a special cheesesteak thing that not many people know about. We can get you in that. When I come to Europe, am I going to do an eating challenge? So I'm coming to Spain, and I'll be walking 100 kilometers across Spain. So I'll be going across the northern part of Spain and ending up in Santiago, which is kind of near the water on the, say, England side of Spain, like up towards England. So hopefully I can do some challenges in there. But the route I'm taking, since I'm not going to have a car, I'm only going to be walking. I don't have access to a lot of stuff off the trail, so to speak. Speaking Portuguese, there's not much. So obrigado comes out very frequently. So, and ciao, I just say a couple words like that, not many. How many pounds do I weigh? Wow. So here's what we're going on right now. I am actively trying to lose weight, and I've been filming myself occasionally. I will at some point put out a video of what's going on. So today I'm probably, I did not weigh myself this week yet. I'm going to go 310. 310 sounds good. But it's fairly accurate, but it's give or take a pound. Do I do overseas challenges? I haven't done much. I did one in Belfast when I was there for, I was doing an eating contest in outside Belfast. So I did that. I set a record for some big breakfast there. But I haven't done a lot outside. I did some in Brazil, of course. And whenever I travel now outside, I'll do them. I didn't understand eating challenges before. If you're a higher level competitive eater, I don't mean to be fool myself, but just saying, if you do an eating contest and can put away a large quantity in 10 minutes, it was never going to be a challenge for me to do that at a restaurant. Didn't understand why I would want to go and make myself feel sick afterwards for eating a 10-pound burrito just to get it for free. I'd rather buy a 1-pound burrito and enjoy the rest of my day than shut myself down. So, Greg, there's a good question. So, is Corbucci's subscriber base enough to produce a decent annual income? So, there's two ways I can read that question. I'm going to read it as, for Ricardo, absolutely. Ricardo is huge. He's got 1.5 million subscribers. Of course it is. Now, the subscribers I got because of Ricardo, to me, that's the second way I can interpret that question. No, it's not enough for me to make a decent annual income. They really help out, like all my Brazilian followers, but I'm not at the level that I'm making a living off of Brazilian followers exclusively. I'm not even making a living off all my followers. 5-kilogram French fry challenge. Is it possible? Oh, of course, absolutely. If I was cooking the fries at home, it would be a relatively easy challenge. I will get a thicker cut fry and make sure you don't overcook them so they're not hard and sharp. Those thin fries that are hard and sharp, they're the brutal ones. You don't want any part of those. Hello from Saudi Arabia. You got to be kidding me, Thamer. Are you making this up? You're actually from Saudi Arabia. I mean, so many great foreign countries. Thank you so much. Who do I think will win a fight? Wet Movie 1 or Cool Duder? You go, unless you are a competitive eater or one of the my other 15 channels I follow, I don't know who these people are. Not keen on sushi. Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, I appreciate you saying I dominated. I'm not keen on it at all. Yes, Beard has a great beard. Well, Matt, thank you very much. I appreciate it. All of you guys can find my contact information through social media. I try to reply to anyone who hits me up, whether they just hit me up on Instagram I try to reply to everybody. And if you have questions, Matt, or any type of advice, I'd be more than happy to help you or anyone else. I don't recommend competitive eating as someone who's trying to get into it as a profession, because there's just not a lot of people that are able to actually earn real money at this. A lot of people might be able to say they're a pro because they're under contract. That is a big difference between making money. So do it for fun. So if you like doing it, do competitive eating. Just same as anything. If you like knitting, then do knitting. And I'm not saying I'm going to go knit, but just do whatever you like to do. And then good things will happen afterwards. Don't try to force your hand doing something that you don't love already. Because if you love it, you're never not going to be happy. Hello, Marcio. Pet's wrong. Oh, yes, I have 2 dogs and a rabbit, Brian. Big family, Bob. 2 cats and 3 horses. I can't even imagine feeding horses. Feeding my dog sometimes. I feel like I'm feeding a horse, but 3 horses. Good for you. Easter is a great time to become a Catholic. Yes. Anytime. Salt support 14th brought. What to do without in my life. Oh, well, thank you very much, Michael. Again, this is a decision I made for me, not for my wife, even though it works out a lot better. We're on a similar thought pattern. I appreciate it. This guy, love your videos. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I appreciate everyone's support. Bob and Beard, yes. Yeah, so Christina, definitely, Beard is coming in to do contests. I know that. And I will make every attempt to get in touch with him because he's just a good guy. I've competed with him many times outside of MLE, and we always have fun. Oh, wow. Knaba from Russia. Thank you. Holy smokes. Are you kidding me? Russia, too? This is crazy. The internet is what a wonderful gift we have here. Never saw popcorn challenge. I did recently do a bag of popcorn, but that was habanero, and I did that to make it harder because the spice wasn't going to be too bad if I drank, but it was really bad on my lips because I didn't drink because I kept hitting my lip with the salt, and every time I put it in, the spice just kept building up on my lip. Well, thank you, love. See, you're a little bit ahead of me. I'm turning 54 this year, Brian. Wow. I did an Indian buffet, and I liked it once I figured out what was going on. There was a little surprise that there was bones inside some of the stuff, which like, I could tell like a chicken leg was going to have a bone in it. I wasn't expecting that with the Indian food. Didn't mean it didn't taste good. It just meant like once I figured out what was going on, it was a lot easier to eat. Where am I? I am outside Philadelphia. I'm about 30 miles northwest of Philadelphia in Pennsylvania, USA. Crawl. I'm not sure what that is anomaly, but thanks for stopping in. Thank you for about my shirt. I do like this shirt. It's very comfortable, but it's very expensive. And I was looking at selling it, but at a cost of about $45 to $50 a shirt, which what they'd have to be sold for. That's just crazy expensive for most people to be able to afford. Hello, Marcelo, Victor. Thank you very much for watching my videos. More and more food. You're off to Bedfordshire. Well, safe travels. I'm not from Brazil, although I did go to Brazil. So I'm not sure. I don't play tibia. So Sean, yes. So what I did was I kind of started near my house with the buffets. If this is my house, this cup, and I just keep going farther and farther out because I've been to a lot of buffets in my area, and I'm running out of buffets to go to. I will repeat some because I'm doing a different spin on it, but I am going farther away. But I kind of like doing the reviews at different buffets, and people are coming up to me locally now and saying, thank you so much because I didn't know about this buffet and I went to this one. I tried the Hennings fun. And Hennings is a grocery store. People don't know a lot of that there's a buffet in there. It's a very good buffet. So I think I'm just going to keep trying to stick with the buffets. Thank you very much for stopping in. I appreciate it. One-legged Honda mechanic. Check him out for sure. From the Netherlands, Hugo, thank you so much. I appreciate that. What's the difference about me and Carbucci? So one of the questions I got is how did we meet? Actually, Ricardo contacted me for because I was a competitive eater, and he saw me and he reached out to me first. I was not aware of him, only because I just didn't follow. I only followed my friends that were in the eating world. I didn't really follow other eaters out there, and we hit it off and have now have a very good friendship. So again, Ben, the one-legged Honda mechanic, getting back to work. I would love to come to Brazil again. I'm trying to do it hopefully later this year. Poland representing. Thank you very much, Camille. This is crazy. Pachinko from Seattle. Thank you so much. Yeah, get back to work, Ben. Baltimore City. Thank you very much, Quizmar. How sick do you get in the buffet buster? I feel so bad for you. Okay, food source. Okay. Good question, Aaron. So almost all of my buffets, I only eat. I haven't looked it up, but I probably don't go past 15 or 16 pounds. And my capacity is much bigger than that. So generally, I'm fine. I do have a sports car, and it is uncomfortable to get in and out of my sports car. It's very hard at my size just to do it before I ate the food. But aside from that, I feel sluggish and I feel tired and lethargic, like I want to sit around. But there was that one video where it did bother me recently. I was trying to get the most money I could at a buffet. I didn't want to slam them in the video. I did kind of allude to the fact that I thought the sushi might not be the same as other places, and it bothered the heck out of me. So that day was a rough day. That day was not fun. Curso, thank you very much. I'm not sure. Hi from Canada. Thank you, Tank. Thank you, Jason from Toronto. So, Sean, actually, almost every restaurant, I surprise them. I just walk right in, and sometimes I'll talk to them right up front, and sometimes I don't. I just start setting up. But always at some point, we have a conversation, and almost every single restaurant loves that I'm there. And I don't mean that they just love me. They love maybe the concept that someone's bothering to film their restaurant. They just buy into the whole process. So I can't tell you how many people have thanked me before I start eating, while I'm eating, after I'm eating, or I'll link my video on their Facebook site and they'll thank me and say, please come back. So for instance, I did 75 slices of pizza for my 75,000 subscriber special, and they will have me back. They would love to have me back to film my 100,000 subscriber special, which I'm close to. So if I'm fortunate enough to get there, they would love to have me back. So all the restaurants are very supportive of what I'm doing. Nobody's upset that I'm eating too much food. It's just the opposite. There have been places that refuse to take my money when I'm done eating. And it gives a whole gamut. You can either get paid to do an appearance there, you could just eat for free, or you could just pay. I've paid and not gotten anything from the restaurant. And I don't expect anything from any restaurant, but there's the whole range of what could happen when you go to one of these things. Well, thank you very much, Jesse. I have been a champion. I have beaten pretty much most of the competitive eaters in the world at one point or another. And I think if you're around and eat for a couple of decades, you always get somebody on a bad day. So I've gotten lucky that way. Thanks for stopping by. Love, I appreciate that. Roast dinner challenge. I was thinking about something like that. I just bought I bought like an 8 pound ham, and I thought that's probably not big enough to do, so we just ate it for dinner. Um, but I was thinking about just cooking some huge piece of meat and trying that. Gustavo, hello. Big Eater Mike. Wow, there's a YouTube channel stopping in. Check him out. Big Eater Mike is another competitive eater. He is with Major League Eating, who I used to eat for. Jessica, thanks so much for stopping in. Fasca show from Brazil. Obrigado. Oh my gosh, we're right by. No problem, Nicola. I'm sorry. Looks like I'm a lot of. Thanks for watching. Oh, thank you. I got to get quicker. How was Shady Maple? Incredible. I love Shady Maple all the time, but there is a lot of people there, so it's kind of crazy sometimes. New to the channel, do you have any videos on how you got started? I don't have a video. I don't even have a video on my channel to introduce myself. No, I just started in college with Greek Week. I was doing eating contests there, but once I found out you could get paid to do this, is when I started taking it seriously and then traveling every weekend some part of the country to do this. Are you training to try for the 1 kilogram cohina? I had that cohina. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I probably, if I did it fresh, I'd probably do it quicker. I would like to try it if I go back to Sao Paulo. Camille, yes. I don't have no idea why, but some of Beard's biggest videos I happen to be involved with. I'm not taking credit for it. It's just to me a coincidence, but yes, there is. I'm in some of his bigger videos. Hello, Robin from Canada. Thank you, Jesse. Do I know Furious Pete? I have. I know Furious Pete. I have. Obviously met him before. I've competed. I've watched him compete. He's watched me compete, but we've never actually competed against each other. Thank you from Turkey, Adahan. Hello, Arthur. Chris Turner, shout out for you, but with a DT, SHOUDT. Amandina Sanchez, I'm guessing from Brazil, Obrigado. Well, there's some messages getting deleted here. Miss Hobbs has been busy. Thank you, Miss Hobbs. Rob Walker, I wish I had time to eat. Thank you, Jason. I try to talk during the videos, to explain a little bit. Unfortunately, sometimes I can't control the music in restaurants, so I had to cut out a lot of it because of copyright issues. But sometimes when we're between songs, I'll just try to spit something out real quick so I can use. But a person who really hammered that home with me was Randy. I've always tried to do that. When I filmed it with Randy last year, he said it's so much better for the audience if you say something while you're eating versus trying to eat 2 seconds quicker. And I'm totally off making videos to make it look like I'm in a contest. I'm just trying to eat normally but fast. So, Christina, that's a good question. So, Major League Eating is the largest eating organization. When I was with them, I was under contract. I could only do what they a Major League Eating event. I couldn't do anything outside, so I wasn't eligible to do some contests. So I got a lot of great things with Major League Eating, but also couldn't do a lot of great things. So after I run my course with them, I then left them and I was able to do something called the Philadelphia Wing Bowl, which is these are pictures of the Wing Bowl right here when I won. So this is the ring from that's in that picture there, the ring. That's a contest I won a car 3 years in a row there. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I was with Major League Eating. So it's two separate things. So you're either with them or you're independent of them. And right now, it looks like the independent eating game is almost non-existent. So it's perfect timing where I want to end doing contests. I've really been frustrated with just trying to go win $500. It's just not worth the effort and what you have to do to prepare for it. Uh, 5 years ago, my body could take water training, and I have no desire to do water training anymore. So if it's a big contest, I'll do it. Like if I'm going to go to Brazil, it will be for a contest, and I'll definitely train, and I'll be at the top of my game when I'm there. But I just wasn't even training; I was just showing up at contests. And chugging water is not fun. I don't recommend anyone do it for any reason. And then when you're doing it to try to win $500, it's so not worth it. Cod Squad, I would love the lobster roll challenge. That sounds fantastic. Bryce, anything dense is a harder food to eat. So in my videos, if I'm eating dense food, like obviously any type of meat or anything you have to take a bigger and chop it down, like a hot dog, of course, is meat, but even like a lot of bread where you're constantly chewing, that makes it harder to eat. Something I can just swallow, even if it's small, like shrimp is dense, but it's small, so you can kind of swallow them down quickly, so they're not as bothersome. But if it's a burger or something you have to constantly bite and chew and swallow, they're the worst. I would like to try that, the pecan ha, which I totally said wrong. Oh, Christina, thank you. Do I have a day job? So T Thunder, the way it works is I've been doing competitive eating, as I said, for roughly 20 years. For roughly the past, I don't know, 12 to 15 years, I made more money in the eating when you sum up all the different monies than doing my day job. But yes, I work in IT um, because generally I would only do contests on the weekend, so everybody else can do that. My throne's not as big as I would like it to be. Let me ask you. Hugs from Brazil. Thank you. Thank you, Rob. And Nadia. Thank you. Peony Farms. Thank you. You know, that's a crazy message. I don't even know what that mic thing is. Am I going to make a collab video with Corbucci about? Yeah, I don't think so. Not cool. Not. I don't even know what is going on here. Thank you, Nicola. That's going to be in the game I'm coming in. Well, I'm not coming out with it. The game I'm in. Thank you very much, Rob. New Zealand. Bryce Parker's from New Zealand. This is crazy. I guess, Bryce, I don't know if you're in the last one. I kind of recognize your name, but there are some food groups I'm associated with, and New Zealand has an incredible eating scene. Thank you very much, Kevin, Quizmar. You're welcome. Thank you. Somehow Nadi is doing something. I don't know what that is. Miss Hobbs is so on top of it. I don't even see. Hi from Sweden. What IT job you have? Am I a programmer? No, I'm an admin for a proprietary financial system. So I grant people's rights to that. Excuse me, have you ever lost an eating challenge? I probably lost like 5 or 6 eating challenges. I lost a pizza with my son. I lost a pizza with 2 different competitive eaters, 2 big name competitive eaters. I lost a hot dog one. and I lost a pizza once. So I've lost four pizzas and one hot dog off the top of my head. I might have lost another one. I don't think so. Oh, I lost a burger one as well. So six. Cheesesteak challenge, Jesse. Yes, I have a cheesesteak record. So I did a cheesesteak challenge. I've been in cheesesteak contests. All right. Something's going on with Miss Hobbs. This is not cool. If whoever's doing, I don't see this because I'm trying to read, but if anybody's doing something with Miss Hobbs, knock it off. Kevin, do I ever hang out with Joey Chestnut? I talk with him on the phone. He's in California. I'm in Pennsylvania. But yes, when we're together, absolutely. I don't know what's going on, Christina. Apparently something's and Miss Hobbs, I apologize. This is ridiculous. Whatever's going on with you. My hobbies, other than eating, I love taking walks with my wife, of course, playing with my pets, doing anything my kids do. I love just being active, not necessarily jogging, but just doing things and seeing life. So long floppy dog. There's lots of questions about me in the bathroom. Um, I'm just like everybody else. It passes through, and there's nothing special about it, whether I did a challenge or not. Yes, I know, Furious Pete. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about the moderators, but please, if somebody's doing something, Miss Hobbs, just block them or whatever you do. I'm not familiar with this live stuff. Just block them somehow, or kick them off, or kick them out permanent. I don't care what you do to them. Nonsense. We don't need nonsense in life. This is crazy. The pit person, thank you very much. I'm not sure what that is. New Jersey challenges, Todd. Yes, I have a couple of New Jersey I would like to do. I think there's a taco one. So I'll definitely try to put out where I'm going to be. What's up, champ? Thank you, Philly. No, I've not met Adam from Man versus Food. Adam is not really into competitive eaters, from my understanding. Um, he just took a lot of slack where some competitive eaters are saying you can't eat. Blah, 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 blah. He's an entertainer, so it's why people would pick on him. I don't know, but he's kind of like um, kind of set himself apart for the eating world. All right, Bryce, I like that. Do I? So Brandon, I have not seen since October when I ran an eating contest he participated in, but we're trying to make plans to get together soon. No, I don't talk to Matt Stoney. Not that I have any issues with Matt Stoney, but yeah, we've competed against each other a lot. We did a trip to Ireland together. So I know Matt's a good guy. Henrique, hello. How much can I eat? The most I've eaten in one sitting is, yes, 60 pounds. That was brutal. That was not fun. Turns out ice cream goes right through you. And I literally mean it goes right through you. Kevin, come on now. It's going to be crystals. There's not even a question with that. Todd, of course. I mean, I really, unfortunately, a lot of my times I film when I just randomly have time away from my family. They're working or something. So I don't always plan them far ahead. I'm on the spur of the moment. I just drive somewhere and film. But yeah, I'm going to try to be more proactive about it. Much what that is, Big Eater Mike. So, Nate, was this the wing challenge with LA Beast? Was that the one? I'm sorry, I'm reading a lot of comments. There's the challenge, the Pacific Northwest that I was going to do. It was the seven something, I believe. It was a Chinese restaurant. It was really easy and paid a lot of money. I just never made it out there. Glutton Bowl. Yeah, that was a long time ago contest that I didn't participate in. I don't cook, Jason, so I'm the last person to give tips. I like easy to eat food, WP. So I like nachos, hamburgers, pizza, hoagie, steak sandwiches. I did do. I've done Las Vegas buffets, and there's some really good buffets out there. There's obviously tons of them, but there's some good ones out there. So yes, you have to try crystals, absolutely. And have I been to Skyline Chili? Yes, I won that contest 2 years in a row, Kevin, beating the likes of Joey Chestnut both years. So I won back to back years. We ate in the amusement park there. Yes, long floppy dog. There's no crystals north of, I don't think, Tennessee. So Bryce, no, I never get turned away. I'm recognized a lot just because I usually eat kind of close to my house, and I'm just a larger person. I've had a lot of local media. No, I didn't put Monado out of business. I put Crystals out of business, but Monado, I didn't even dent theirs. Yes, the Enemy Burger is incredible. One of my top favorite things I've ever eaten. YouTube wise. One Punch fan, it is tough. I mean, I have been losing weight this in 2020, but it is tough. It's just basically not a lot of eating when I'm not filming. Five Guys versus In and Out. I've never once had an In and Out, or maybe I had a bite of one. So I would go Five Guys, but uh, yeah, I think the 7-Eleven food, I've eaten a lot of 7-Eleven of their hot dogs over the course of my life. But 55-hour food challenge would be interesting. Five Guys all day. I like that. Jesse, these shirts aren't for sale. I guess you could contact Berserk, who is my company, and buy them directly from Berserk, but they are going to be $45 or $50. My favorite Philly, Todd, is Julio Franco, who was a Philly for about this long. Eagle, Jason Kelsey. Flyers, don't really follow Flyers. Well, thank you very much, Camille. I don't know about the nicest person. I just try to be average person. Long floppy dog. I can do really good with spice if it's the pepper, but I don't know. Once you get into extract and people just pour extract on something, it can be brutal. Well, thanks for the fruitcake video. That was not watched. Have I ever tried liquid chug challenges? I have many chug videos out there from earlier in my YouTube career, and I would do them again. And thank you for saying I'm a good advertisement. That's pretty much what every restaurant sees it as, just an advertisement for their place. Heart Attack Grill, yes, I would like to get out there. Luis, good night. See you, Big Eater Mike. Yes, a discount version of the shirt would be nice. I'm working on a new shirt to come out at a much lower price point. Thank you, Ludofan and Luis. Mickey Morandini, all right. What business pay you to? Yeah. So Philly, yes. Businesses pay eaters to go eat at their restaurant. It's not common. There's not many eaters that can get away with that. And it's not the eaters you think are getting paid. I know three people that get paid appearances pretty much wherever they go. For me, it's not nearly as often as them, but I also don't pursue it. I've eaten a 32-inch pizza by myself. Christina, yeah, it's tough. I mean, neither of them are gourmet hamburgers, so it's hard to say. They're like fancy hamburgers. I just like Crystals better. Thank you very much, Kyle. I appreciate the support. Really do. Much appreciated. No, I've never done the Big Texan Tea Thunder. It is on my list though. I definitely want to do it. Camille, I will definitely do a pierogi one then. I'll give that a try. I'm not sure what's difficult. Difficult. So Luis is saying something's difficult to eat. Not sure what that is. So Creepy Joe. uh, Generally, I take a nap after I eat something big, and then I'll take a walk later. Yes, Luther. I don't know what Miss Hobbs is doing, but apparently she's doing it. Favorite soda is used to be Diet Mountain Dew, but now it's a Diet Cola. And I do not like sugar sodas because I was not raised on sugar sodas. To me, they taste almost sickening sweet. It's like drinking sugar water. So I just don't like regular soda. Any challenge I would not do, if it's something crazy like just eating something stupid like drinking bottles of hot sauce, for instance, that's probably pretty much the only challenge I wouldn't do. Well, thank you, Philly, and thanks for stopping by. Hello, Dank and Christina. My favorite food is very easy stuff like meatball sandwiches, nachos, steak sandwiches, all kinds of simple food. Oh, thank you, Nicola. That was my big production value for the hearts. Thanks, Bryce, for stopping in. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Jason. I appreciate it. I threw that bridge tour in there because it's just something fun to do in Gatlinburg, and it was right next to where we were. I have not heard of the broom challenge. My jaw gets tired uh, after an eating challenge for 2 days. Definitely the Big Texan, Kyle, is a well known eating challenge. Um, and yes, because I drank hot sauce, is exactly why I don't want to do a hot sauce challenge. Uh, Tabletop favorite pie is pizza pie uh, or blueberry pie. Yeah, Jesse, it's like meatball sandwich is definitely my favorite. I would like to come with Ricardo Luis. Hardest challenge was a pizza challenge I tried in Maryland, which is just insanely big. I tried it with two of the best eaters around the team challenge, and we failed miserably both times. Pierogi, I will. I've had a couple of times I did a challenge where they just put on so much food, it was insane. The one pizza challenge I failed with a very good eater, I'm not going to name because I was the reason that we failed. It was our estimate 7.5 pounds of sausage alone on top of this enormous pizza, and there was other toppings, so it was just crazy. My favorite challenge to do is that Buddy's burgers is really tasty. Well, thank you very much, Douglas. I appreciate you stopping by. Best cheesesteak is Jim's. Christina, come on, Jim's, Fourth and South. Then you got to try Jim's. How many pounds does it take to get kicked out of an all you can eat? Gabrielle, I've never been kicked out, but what they do is they don't refill the food. So you just start having to pick like worst food, and then you're finally eating string beans or something. But now that I film, generally the food gets replaced. I did do the one sushi video where they just weren't putting any out, but they really did not know who I was there. They knew I was filming for some reason, and they didn't understand. And I don't tell them who I am. I don't say, "Hey, you know who I am? You got to put more sushi out." I didn't even ask for more sushi to be put out because the way the sushi people were looking at me. Um, so I just try to be a normal customer and go from there. Am I going to? So I would do Nathan's with Corbucci, not compete, but I will be there July 4th to watch him. Crawfish, I don't, I don't do crawfish. I don't really get it because there's not much meat there. I'm not like a crab type person, or even crawfish is worse than crabs. They're so small. Taco buffet would be incredible. Oh, Chrissy Rogers, look at that. Okay. Hello there. Thanks for stopping in. Demon, nobody's really tried to stop me. They literally just don't refill the food. So if you eat the expensive meat, and then they'll just you have to work your way down. Then you're next thing you know, you're eating mashed potatoes, and then you're eating Jello and string beans or whatever because they just won't put more food out. Yes, yes, they did totally stop putting that sushi out, and they wanted nothing to do with putting any more out there. Thank you very much, Kyle, for stopping by. I don't know how I'm not. Oh, that buff. I mean, each buffet does their own thing, but I didn't understand because there was probably 30 other customers at the restaurant, and almost no one was eating sushi but me. But they just didn't put any out. It was crazy. Good night, Lewis. Nicola, I'm just looking to have some fun, and once I started trying to do this YouTube stuff, it's just more fun than I had more success. So stick with it that way. Do I think I can eat more than Matt Stoney in one sitting? I think I would have a good chance. Shoney's, oh my gosh, Shoney's is like a place I went to in Chicago all the time. We don't have any out here. Golden Corral, and that's like 45 minutes from me, but I will get to that eventually. I ate 59.6 pounds in 4 hours. Water bottle with a judge standing right next to me on my side the entire time, watching everything I ate. Didn't She did not miss a thing, and it was crazy. But yes, best way to stretch your stomach is to eat all your meals in one time. So you eat your breakfast, lunch, and dinner as one meal, and then drink a glass or two afterwards. That will be a good way to stretch your stomach. Yeah, D-Man, I've always been able to eat a lot. Is 3 gallons milk chug possible? So my most I ever drank is it's easier to do it this way: 16 ounces short of 4 gallons. So it's over 3 gallons in 3 quarts. It's 3 gallons and 7/8. It was of water, not milk. Milk is heavier. So I'm not saying it's the same thing, but I'm saying 3 gallons of milk is not a big deal. I would say there's probably right now in the world that I know of personally, there's probably at least 6 or 7 people that can bang that out right now. And it's not the people you necessarily think they are. Kevin, my shirts go up to, I believe, either XL or double XL. And I'm probably changing companies. Oh, Victor, thank you very much. If you saw me in Brazil, appreciate that. I don't know that I could definitely beat Stoney. He's young and he's a kid and he wants it. I don't know if you guys know this, but Stoney is a competitor. I don't know why I'm calling him Stoney because you did, but Matt is a beast. I saw him a couple times backstage. We were in Ireland, and he was intense. Like when he wants to win, he's tough, tough. No, Jason. There's no buffet that particularly calls me. I do want to do eat like Brazilian buffets though, not because of my Brazilian fans, but they have a lot of good food. I went to one in Sao Paulo, and unfortunately, it was the day before the contest, so I could not eat that much. But I would have loved to have chowed down there, take down like 20, 25 pounds. I've never eaten spam my whole life, but I would be willing to try it. Sterling Brunch in Vegas. All right, I'll check it out. Miss Hobbs, you are working overtime here. You are crazy, woman. Thank you so much. Yes, water bottle. It was crazy. Now, of that 59.6 pounds, that included a lot of sodas and a lot of ice cream. But that was a weight thing. So you eat according to uh, what you're trying to accomplish that day. When you get the baked bean challenge, I ate 17 pounds of baked beans or so, and that sat funny after a while. So my primary care physician knows exactly what I do, and I've been discussing it with them for 20 years, and I get all my blood tests. I just got it at the last day, so I got it beginning of January. I got my results back. Everything looked good. Go Corinthians! I think I got tricked into saying something there. Some football club. Oh, Santos apparently is another one. Is this another one, Bruta? All the clubs. Yes, Jeff is definitely a good competitive eater. I have him ranked fourth best competitive eater I've ever competed against. Oh, is that what's going on in this house? Because you were like on fire. Colonial, hello. A lot of football stuff here. Well, yeah, Christina, we have different. Each of us have a different style, and when I edit my videos, I am aware how easy it looks for me in comparison to other people. Because other people, they like to eat like this the whole time, or they'll be doing jerky stuff, and that's just their technique. And my technique looks easier. I'm not saying that it's easy for me, but it definitely appears easier for me to swallow. Yes, Ludo. Of course, Jeff is quite a talent. Oh, I'm getting tricked here. Palm Palmieras na tem mundial of the world. Palmieras now tem mundial. Mundial. I don't know if I got that right. No, I've never been thrown out of a buffet. Where do I rank Randy Santel? So as far as the best competitive eaters, he's not in the top 10 or even close to that because he's not a competitive eater. As far as uh, YouTube eaters, he's probably number two behind Stony. I don't mean it as an insult. I mean he does a different thing than eating contests. It's just it's just not the same thing he does. Thank you, Alpha. So when I decided to become a professional eater, I had support almost initially right off the bat because it was kind of a newer thing, and um, people were excited that someone from the area was involved. And I would go places, and things would happen. I had to get an implant because I had a problem with one of my teeth. And as I'm sitting there trying to get the implant, the doctor came out and said, "We want to sponsor you. We know who you are. We want to sponsor you to for an implant." And I was like, "Really?" So I've had a lot of sponsorships and a lot of things. That's why I can say I've made more money outside of eating when you add up all the different things that have come my way. So I've always had support. Who is the largest stomach capacity in my mind? Uh, right now it would be Joey Chestnut, but um, I don't know of too many eaters that could do over 3.5 gallons of liquid at a shot. And so I would put myself, when I was doing it a lot, at the extreme upper end of stomach capacities. Again, why would somebody do this in life? There's no reason for them to do it. So I'm sure there was somebody from Zimbabwe that probably could have done more than me if they trained. But for a while, I had to be at the extreme top. Yes, Jason, there's a Fogo in King of Prussia, which is 15 miles from me. I'm just trying to get them because it's a little bit fancier to allow me to record inside, but I would love to do that. Nicola, vlogs. I had a vlog, a couple of vlogs I tried, and they still are barely watched whatsoever. So probably no vlogging for a while. Oh yeah, Christina, I don't. Yeah, I didn't mean to. For I just it looks easier when I eat just because my style. But yeah, it's. I mean, it's not easy, and of course, I didn't think you thought it was easy. Well, I'm glad that you like that, WP. Go Corinthians, another soccer club. So Superman, yeah, hot stuff is is crazy. I've not had a Carolina Reaper pepper. I've had ghost peppers straight, just pick them up and eat them. Reaper is yet a big step up. But I don't think I'm going to have any problem with any actual plant pepper. I can eat it. It's not going to feel good. It's going to stink, but I can get it down. It's just the extracts that really get me. Peppy, poor Peppy, my favorite uncle. Oh well, bays for days. Um, so my wife will probably never appear in one of my videos um, for privacy reasons, um, but my kids will appear from time to time. But I don't necessarily do it. I usually don't want to tie up their day by filming, so I try to film when they're working or they're doing their homework. So when I'm done filming, that's my work, then we're able to do something. But for them to go sit there and watch me eat, because even though I might only eat 35 to 40 minutes at a restaurant, I still have the setup time and the end time. It ends up being at least a couple hours. So yes, I agree. Randy is definitely not a competitive eater, but um, he is a force in the YouTube eating world. Yeah, long. I think you already had a timeout. I think I'm married 29 years. This is my 30th year coming up, so that's where I'm at. Todd Yingling is close to me, and I mean it's okay. I prefer a red ale if I'm going to get something. Yeah, water bottle. Yeah, 59.6 pounds. But granted, it's 4 hours and it was a lot of liquids. Kobuchi eats, of course, rocks. Yes, Randy's always legend. We need to get past the competitive eaters. Only one that wins Nathan's contest. Randy makes so much more than I'm going to say uh, any competitive eater that you know of, aside from Matt Stoney. Yes, Superman. I have seen that guy. Uh, that's something that I tried to do because obviously I could put a lot of water in me, and I was never able to do that. The best female eater. Wow, Jason, that is a tough one because I'm going to assume in almost every scenario, and I don't mean to slam anybody, but that Molly would be the best competitive eater. That said, there are some rules, like in Japan, where you had to eat meat and not spill even a grain of rice, and for a period of time. I'm going to assume that she would win that contest, but there would be a chance that she would lose that contest. And I say chance, like 5% chance or something silly. So overall, I don't think there's anyone who's arguing that Molly is not the best female eater. I don't even know who's having that discussion, to be honest with you. Uh, I just have this soda. I wasn't planning to drink. Next challenge. So I'm either going to do a huge meatball sandwich or a lot of pasta. Carolina Reapers are fun. I don't know about that, but they do wake you up. Wayne, after a challenge, I usually hang out, take a nap, or do something not much. Well, thank you, Nicola. I appreciate that. Top two, quite an honor. Wow, the giant bagel and lox. So, Todd, I know we determined you were local, but that is hyper local. Like, that is a challenge like nobody even knows about because it's so hard to do. I've been trying to do that for at least 6 or 7 years, and it is impossible. If you schedule it for a Tuesday, they go, "Oh, we don't do it on Tuesday anymore." Schedule it for Friday, no, no, not Friday anymore. It's just really hard to narrow them down. From Wales, thank you very much. Favorite food challenge that I completed so far is the tastiest one, which would be the Buddies Burger. It's a local challenge. I've done that a couple times recently. And that, I don't know what it was about that hamburger. That was a good hamburger. Hello, the Dika Lions. Yes, Corbucci is incredible, crazy. Great eater, great talent. I can't wait to be with him on the fourth. And hopefully I can see him qualify for Nathan's before that. Irish ales, absolutely. So any of the Irish ales, love them the best. Not even close. Go for them. Michael Shays or Killian's or Amber Bach, that type of line of beers. I'm just naming the ones that were more popular. Hello, Vidika. How was the judge? Camille, wow, you are way into this. So yes, I was the judge. I was actually ran the contest. I was the promoter of the contest for the past 2 years. When for both of the years you mentioned with Joel, I can't believe you know his stats that well. I don't even recognize that, but Joel's definitely a good eater. He's going to be one of those people that are going to be hard to determine how good he actually is. Eating in the independent world versus eating in major league eating, it's tough to compare how good someone actually is. Obviously, he's a good eater. Okay, we're not arguing whether he's a good eater, but is he a great eater? I don't know. He very well could be. He could be preparing to make another big jump this year, but it'll be seen. Hopefully, he joins Major League Eating, and then we'll get him head to head with known great eaters, and we'll see how he holds up. Maybe he wins. I don't know, but that would be fun. It'd be fun to see somebody challenge Joey. Trenton, I'm not that far. I think I'm like an hour and a half, maybe from Trenton. Um, so yeah, maybe if I do a Jersey one, we could meet up. Thank you very much, Jimmy. I appreciate it. Thank you, Nicola. Do you think he's a threat to the top eaters, Christina? That would be if Joel pushes up against Joey. That would be incredible. You have to understand that even when I was the number two ranked eater in the world, again, it's a ranking. Uh, I never once even tried to win the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. I was in the contest. I would try to do well, but I never even thought about what it never even entered my head that I could possibly win the contest. And not that I'm saying Joel is half the eater I am, or I'm just trying to say that Joey is so far above everybody else that like it's just incredible. Like I left years ago. My record is I think 45 at Nathan's, and that's a decent number. Like that will 45 every year will place you in the top five every single year. That's not even close to what Joey does. So just to say Joel's going to push them, I mean that's a stretch, and I would hate to pressure anybody on that. Thank you, Superman. Obrigado to Alan. Yes, the Wendy's Super Bar had the chili on it. Oh, that was the best. There is more stuff going on here. I'm sorry if so. Am I going to get a real gold chain? Oh, sorry about that with the sound. So this is my initial bling. This is the OG original Bob bling. A friend of mine, Rick the manager, made for me. Kind of matches up on my shirt. I used to wear this at contests, and I still wear it at contests. Um, it's easier just to have it on my shirt and wear that bling all the time. And that's a bigger bling I made for a wing bowl float. But uh, as far as real gold, no, it's not going to happen. Well, thank you, Mike. I appreciate your support. I try to show as much as I can. I don't show everything. Of course, I fast forward a lot in the videos because I found that the 10-minute format is about the appropriate time that people can tolerate me eating at a buffet. So I try to fast forward through, and I'll be honest with you. I mean, if the food's not good, I'm not going to tell you it's good. Um, but I usually do eat more of the food that I like, so I generally talking positive about the food I'm eating. Because if I don't like something as much, I generally don't eat it, and then of course I won't be talking about it. Best YouTuber in the world. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know about that, but I really appreciate that. Three eaters that inspired me before I started. So you get three people. So you got one guy, Kobayashi, was just insane. Before I started, he had done 50 years, 50 hot dogs the year before. So he was just like a myth. And there was a guy named Badlands Booker and Ed Cookie Jarvis. Cookie Jarvis has since retired. Badlands Booker is taking over. He's got the Badlands Chug channel. He's got like well over 1 million subs. I had the pleasure of, we got snowed in Vegas. I hung out with Cookie Jarvis and Badlands Booker. Uh, One night we went out together and it was just crazy. I'm walking between these two mountain of men that were all over the TV at the time. And they accepted me like I was one of their own. And it was only my first travel contest I ever did. So I really looked up to them. Well, thank you, Vidika. Yes, I'm getting hungry too. Come to England. Yeah, well, I'm in like a baby big show. Good night. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, I don't think Joel. Something about Joel. Oh my God, I skipped a bunch of stuff here. Sorry. What is the hot dogs we eat in 10 minutes? The last time I was at Nathan's was probably 6 years ago, maybe, and I ate 45 or 46, which is good, but it is a joke compared to Joey. Jeff Esper. Whoa. Okay, there's a channel. So Jeff Esper, I'm assuming this is the real Jeff Esper, is a YouTuber. If you don't know who he is, check out his channel. He's doing some top eating stuff, which is crazy. I don't know why he does what he's doing on his channel because he's just eating way more food than you need to put out a quality video. The guy pushes himself every video, which probably only makes himself better, but there's a top quality channel there as far as just massive amounts of food. And yeah, I think Joey needs to beat Joey in order for someone to beat him. Not taking anything away from Matt, but the guy's like on another level. I've competed against LA Beast in contests, and I ate with him once together. Yes, Jeff Esper is in the house. Okay, so Christina, I'm only saying from my experience, people don't start out as low as they used to when I started. So when I started competitive eating, my first contest, I think I did 12 hot dogs. And it took me, I think, 3 years to get to 20 hot dogs. And now almost nobody comes out that isn't starting at 20 hot dogs. But they tend to really jump in the sport and just do challenge after challenge after challenge, which did not exist 20 years ago when I started. So they really improve dramatically quickly. But that extra improvement, it doesn't, you just don't keep going up. And that's just my take from seeing people come and go in the sport. So is he going to be a top eater? Yes. But just to say that he's going to keep going up is that's a lot of pressure on anybody. My favorite eater. Wow. Okay. I'm way into fan support. And I mean like true love. So I've seen Kobayashi get it. So I mean, he's got to be up there, of course. Trying to think, Joey Chestnut gets a lot of attention when I go out. Um, so Randy Santel has to be in the group as far as he's not a contest eater, but as far as the fan interaction, Ricardo Carbucci, just he's crazy down there in in Brazil. Who else have I seen get big interaction? Adam Moran from England. I saw him get it in the States. So if you get a lot of interaction from the fans, that says something. But I don't know if anybody is as universally loved as Badlands Booker. If you check out his channel, Badlands Chugs, um, you can see him, and I don't know anybody that says a bad word about Badlands Booker. So he's my kid's favorite eater over me, and he's my favorite competitive eater. So long talk for that. Can you do a food challenge live right now? No, I don't have anything prepped, and I'm like, just eating a can of something wouldn't be good for me. Thank you very much, Maximilia. Jeff needs some t-shirts. Jeff needs t-shirts and some exposure because he's doing crazy stuff. Good and crazy, like in a good way stuff. Crazy, like just crazy. Wow. You saw me like 20 years ago. Yeah. So I used to be Humble Bob when I started. So if you saw me then, I've done all like tons of media. Whenever I would go to a contest, I would do media in that city, and I would do like the morning shows, all kinds of TV shows I've been on. I haven't been on any game shows, and almost none of the TV shows pay you anything. So I didn't really care about going on TV shows. I turned down a lot of media. Um, but for instance, I was on MSNBC Live, which films in 30 Rock in New York City. And I could care less about being on that show, but we did get a backstage tour of everybody in 30 Rock. So we got to walk on like Saturday Night Live set, Dr. Phil's or Dr. Oz's set, a bunch of other sets where nobody was there. We didn't get to see any celebrities, but I got to see the behind the scenes stuff. And to me, that's so much more fun than being on a show. Thank you, Jason, for stopping by. Uh, any goals this year, Todd? Yeah, I want to get 100,000 subs, which hopefully I'll get within a month. And I want to travel at least one place internationally, and then just morph my channel into getting away from eating contests and crazy eating stuff where I'm racing at home and just timing myself and just shoving the food down my face. I'm trying to morph into more of my buffet style where I eat an incredible amount of food, but it's not, it's like you eat it just a little bit faster and a heck of a lot more. Um, so that's where I'm trying to get my channel to. So, Aaron, yes, absolutely, someone can beat Joey. Obviously, Matt Stoney beat Joey. I think Joey's personal life probably played a part in him losing. He was not in a good spot then, and of course, Matt also stepped up that day. So nothing away from Matt. Johnny, yeah, I don't suggest anybody do competitive eating, even with an EMT present. And I've been doing this for a long time, so I probably am more lax than I should be, just because nothing has ever happened to me, and I can feel when I'm going to have an issue, and I know how to resolve that for myself. But it can be dangerous. But as far as the fatalities, it's almost always somebody just off the street doing their first contest, and there's no EMT involved. There's an issue. Thank you, and Marcio, thank you. Oh, Christina, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Christina, I would beat Joey probably once or twice a year. And listen, I was an okay eater, but we just had to get to a contest that matched my particular skill set. And not that people are bad at certain stuff. People think, oh, people are specialists. I don't think there's really any specialists out there. You just have certain foods you like better. So you just catch Joey. You can beat Joey like in August when he's done training for the hot dogs and he's taking a little bit of a break. He's not pushing himself every day, and you push it and you get a soft food like a chili or chili spaghetti or something you can throw it out on quick, and then I'll get him. Although I have beaten him in technique foods like ribs, but obviously he's heavily favored over me when I was in my prime. Badlands is a wonderful human being is an understatement there. Christina, my doctor's totally fine with this. They've been involved with me for 20 years. Good night, most wanted. Thank you. Anarchy, I'm so close to 100,000. I'm not sure what it is yet. You guys can give me some ideas. Right now, the leading candidate is 100 slices of pizza with maybe an extra 100 or so of one or two other items. One food item, what would it be? Probably like a hoagie. I love hoagies, and they probably have a lot of protein in it. So I'll go with hoagie. A chocolate replica of my chain Camille. Man, you are into this. I like that. I like that. The 100 gram bars, yes. I like the chocolate one. Oh, Justin, thank you very much. Do I ever buy scratch off lottery tickets? I don't, but I have a feeling I'm going to buy a $2 scratch off lottery ticket very soon. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Justin. Yes, Ludo, that is a good idea, right? From Camille. I got to figure out how I get a chocolate chain. I'm going to look into this. I would definitely do the Mamas and Papas pizza. I need help. I'm not doing a 55-inch pizza by myself. If I can get at least two other decent eaters with me, I would definitely be down to try that. Uh, Nicola, I would disagree with that. I love Badlands. I love him. I absolutely love him, but I would not put him in a top for chugging. I don't think he is as fast as a lot of people, or he can do the volume that a lot of people can. But I'll tell you what, his video is 100 times better than any other chugging video out there. Not even close. His intro, his outro, during it, his facial expressions, his whole vibe. Nobody touches Badlands. But if you're just going to do a straight chug, I think there's other chuggers better. I'm not saying there's millions, but I'm just saying in the other YouTubers, in my opinion, have more impressive chugs. But their video does not hold a candle to Badlands. I agree, Aaron. Have I seen anyone cheating in a food challenge? Um, so a food challenge. I guess you could cheat in a food challenge, but like generally food challenges, here's a big sandwich, you eat it all and you get it for free. I don't know that I've ever seen anyone eat part of it and put like some in their pocket and leave, but I guess it's possible. So a food challenge, I would say no. I never saw anybody do anything. Thank you, Todd. No, not anymore, Aaron. Thank you. I appreciate that. I have some old videos. Luckily, I recorded myself. I can look back and say that was me. Tunas. What? Yes, the moderators are working extra long. Thanks for stopping in, Tuna. Yeah, he Badlands is what a guy. Can I do the 25 Big Mac challenge? I would love to see how you do. Toss in an extra Big Macs just so you have the record. So one of the problems I had doing eating things on YouTube is the records, and I claimed a lot of records because I would do the googling and research, and then I found out that uh, it's really hard to see who has the actual record. Like for instance, the Big Mac record. I know several people who claim they have it. I think the most Big Macs though is a guy in Asia who ate 30 of them. I can't even tell you the guy's name. The video is not in English, but it is a big thing, and probably someone's going to come along and top the 30. So there's no doubt. But that's someone who's got some money because that's a lot of money in Big Macs, and it's not going to be me. I'm not saying I'm not going to. I'm not even going to attempt that challenge. Oh, Justin, thank you so much. Eat 100 frog legs. Set a YouTube record. Probably one frog leg would be enough to set a record. I don't know who's eating those things, but thank you very much, Justin. Big Macs all around. Yeah. Big Mac. Listen, I would love to do the Big Mac thing. It's an expensive thing. And if I did it in the right circumstance, and I've learned after you saw a McDonald's video where I set the McDonald's record, I did that at home and it was brutal. I did the crystals in the restaurant and it was so much easier because it was in the restaurant, but that was still brutal sitting there and doing it. The Big Macs, if I could do it in a McDonald's and they would bring me fresh ones all the time, not 30 at a time, I guess it's possible, but I just don't train anymore. So I don't think I have that capacity. Yeah, Badlands Big Smoke was awesome. Beard cheated, but oh. Mike, yes. Mikey, yeah. So Beard was joking about that. He's shoving his crust my way. Now we're a team, so I didn't think of that was cheating, but yeah, he definitely had me eat more than his share, more than my share. Thank you, Charlie, for backing me with the frog legs. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate that. Honestly, I really appreciate all your support. Just incredible. Oh, okay. So maybe I misunderstood. I thought last one was food challenge, food competition. Definitely, I've seen some shady stuff in food competition, but it's also in life. I don't know that it's any different than anything else in life. Sometimes people make a decision that um, they wouldn't normally do if they weren't um, if they could redo it again. So I've definitely seen some stuff go on during the contest. Furious Pete called him out in the video, and that person definitely had a reputation of bending the rules. I'm in Pennsylvania. I do a couple things for a living. I'm of course this YouTube guy, but I also I do make more money in YouTube than I do in IT. But I also do IT admin work. So I grant you rights to a proprietary financial software that my firm sells. I've never had a Grand Big Mac, Nicola. Camille, you are a super fan because you're referencing old videos here. Thank you so much, Camille. Yeah, I generally don't burp, and I definitely try not to burp anymore because YouTube really cracked down on it. Uh, Beard almost lost from the burp impact. Yeah, so a couple of times I have burped on camera, but generally I try to keep it clean because YouTube is cracking down. What is the maximum capacity? I'm going to say water. I would think definitely if people train, they could get to 4 gallons. Um, I know I never got to 4 gallons. I got very scared over 3 and 3/4. Um, Anything over 3 and 3/4 was rough. I mean, rough. Uh, so I think 4 gallons is possible. Finlay, some days no, some days yes. Justin, thank you very much again. Wow. Um, do you think we should be eating Chinese food or drinking Corona beer with a coronavirus spreading like the wildfire? Um, I say, yeah, probably shouldn't drink the beer to help us prepare to fight the corona itself. Um, Interesting question. Hopefully, everyone is this is getting past us, and definitely the people don't die from it anymore. It's one thing getting sick, but dying from it is crazy. Um, Thank you, Aaron, for whatever you're doing there. I'm 53 years old. My birthday's October, so kind of just turned 53. Going on 53 and a half. Thank you, Fabio. Favorite singer, mine is right now. I've been listening to. I was on Mac Lethal for a while, and now I'm still on Spose. Both of them are more hip hop, but bands probably Nirvana. Is throwing up your food at the end of the contest considered cheating? Not if you do it once all the results are out. Johnny Cash, of course. I mean, Johnny Cash is one of mine as well. So many great songs. I did tour his museum in Nashville, which is surprisingly small, but it was informative. Yeah. So, um, yeah, the Grand Big Mac, I think Beard had, but I've never had it. Thank you very much, Spy versus Spy Gaming. And Torty, what up? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Mu Fossum. I didn't want to get into that. I think it's people are going to die, and yes, it's people that are more susceptible to die, just like people die from the flu, even in the United States every year. Common sense precautions, we can limit the amount of people that are exposed. Ludo, thank you very much. It must be the camera. Hello, Elder. Okay, thank you, Camille. I understand now. Oh, Addison, yeah. First of all, I love Nashville. Can't get there enough. And yeah, the museum was good, but I could have gone like if it was another floor, I could have kept reading about them. The Quarter Pounder is very good. My favorite hobby it used to be collecting cards. I used to sell them though, so I guess that's not really a hobby. Pretty much just hanging out with the family, doing whatever is going on with my kids, whether watching their games or whatever. They're older now, but just family stuff. So let me see another question. Can I show us a must-try hoagie in Philly. I don't really eat a lot of hoagies in Philly. I do the cheesesteaks though, so that's Jim's, and I've never been banned from them. Another question from Progressive Demagogue was, "Do you have any cardio exercise to counter my eating?" So generally, I have an elliptical inside my house. I do that for cardio, or I'll take walks with my wife, which isn't really that much cardio, it's just kind of like slow exercise. Or I'll try to, when I lift weights, since I can no longer lift for a lot of weight because of shoulder surgery, I do lift for cardio. So I'll do a circuit and try to whip through the circuit. Uh, are you on an HCl activator or digestive enzyme? I do take digestive enzymes, not an HCl activator. And then I take like a multivitamin. I'll take, it starts with a T. I'm lost. For muscle, for my joints. I can't even remember what it is now, but um, so generally I always take a multivitamin though. And do I eat healthy on non-eat recording days? Generally, I do. Um, if and generally, I'm pretty restrictive. But some days I might have 3 or 4 thousand calories on an off day. But it has to be special, like someone's birthday party. Go to a party, have some good food. My favorite toy when I was a kid probably was just like a baseball or a basketball. I always loved outdoor sports. Related to Elvis, excellent Addison. So I'll just call you Torty. Yes, I did a 112-pound hamburger, 112, 112 pounds. There's 10 of us doing it. But in the middle of that, there was probably a ball like that of pretty much raw meat. It was uncooked, and that was not fun. My favorite sports car, I'm glad you asked, T Thunder. This is an odometer and speedometer of a 1970 Datsun 240Z. This is the tag off one of my old 240Zs. So I like the Datsun Z cars, which started with the 240. I had those. I had three 240s that were from 1970, two 1970s and a 73. I sold them like 5 years ago, and now I have a 370Z, which is a lot, which is obviously brand new and a little bit more reliable. Been to Canada tons of times, competed up there many times. Doing a challenge with Gordon Ramsay, watching and commentating, of course. Like, what YouTuber wouldn't want to do that? I didn't know that Gordon Ramsay wants to do that, but I would do it. Testosterone, of course. Look at this. You don't get this kind of hair growth without testosterone. And that's why I don't have hair up here. No, I don't do any of that testosterone boosting or anything like that. Not that it doesn't work. I just never been involved. Corvette C8, there's nothing wrong with a Corvette. Of course, you're talking about real sports cars. My cars are pretend sports cars. The Corvette is a real sports car. So tuna, yeah, I have eaten tuna. I've never done a tuna challenge. I wonder if I could do a tuna challenge. I wonder if you could do like, I don't know, 50 cans of tuna or something. Not sure. Everyone needs vitamin T, right? Okay. Thank you, Addison. Thank you, Alex. Yeah. So yeah, apparently Aaron and Miss Hobbs, not that they're not talented, but they're extra talented tonight and extra on top of their game, coming up with some nonsense. No rotary engine, no. They're sixes. I like all those pictures there, TV OLKM. Uh, So yes, so Torty, when I used to do eating contests, I wouldn't eat, say, on from Thursday dinner, wouldn't eat Friday. I would compete on Saturday and then not eat on Sunday. Then Monday through Thursday dinner would be very little bit. So it's like a rotation of fasting and gorging. Okay. Kubuchi. Camille, thank you very much. I really appreciate your insight today because you are very, very knowledgeable. So I think I answered all of the questions that were posted beforehand. And one question was, how do I make money eating like me? Just basically start a YouTube channel and uh, just keep putting the videos out there. But it took me 200 videos before I had a successful video. When I say a commercially successful, like a large viewer one. So it does take a while, but I'm sure there's eating challenges in your area that you can go to. And if you keep your eye out, you can win eating contests and win like maybe a TV. You start small, you nickel and dime, you win $50 here, $100 gift card there. So you can get into it. Thank you very much, Ronald. Marlene Obrigado. Food challenges take me the longest to digest. If it's solid meat, Torty, anything like a steak or something that is solid, they're the worst. They will sit there for a couple of days before they really move through the body. That's the chocolate chain is a good idea. I did not forget about that. Thank you, Ronald, for watching my videos. And that's kind of where I'm morphing the channel to. They're the most popular for the fans and most popular for me to do myself. I enjoy those. Although I have been lucky getting the refills at restaurants, I've had some crazy good waitress service. So they're fun. Thank you very much, Eduardo. No, Jimmy, I've not had Texas Pete since I did the chug. Not even a drop. I thought I was ready to go back for it, and I reached for the Frank's Red Hot sauce instead. I just couldn't do. It's too soon for the Texas Pete. So, Aaron, what big things are coming up for me? Nothing too special. I'm just going to continue doing some restaurant videos. I have a couple at home ones coming, but of course, hopefully, a big 100,000 subscriber special where I'm looking to do multiple 100 item foods in one day. I think that's the concept I want to go with. I can't be doing a lot of big foods because I will be doing this in one day, but I'd like to try to do at least two or three items, 100 each of that item. Thank you so much, Nicola. Thank you, Christina. Obrigado, Fotografia. Obrigado, James Blood. 100 Twinkies. Now, Big Mac Mick, who you're like first one on and still here. Thank you. And something like that's in there. I'm not sure if it's going to be Twinkies or not, but there will be something like that. Hopefully, we'll see. Thank you very much. 100,000 chicken wings. Oh my goodness. I know eating 409 was brutal. I can't imagine that. Chocolate chain, yes. I had to Google chocolate chain. I don't know where we get these chocolate chains, but if I can find it, that is a great idea. Okay, so tuna, there's an excellent question. So when I went to the place where I got two tacos at a time, it's called Margaritas. They they knew who I was, and it was obvious that I was going to eat a lot. We talked about it before we even started filming. And but when I say that to someone that I'm going to eat a lot, I don't know that people actually understand what a lot means. It's not a lot for the average person. It's a lot for a professional eater. And uh, so I wasn't really sure how it was going to go. I assumed they were just going to give me like 10 at a time. But when she was bringing them out two at a time, I didn't say anything at first because I wanted to see how long she was going to walk back and forth. And she was really into it. And the other waitress was watching me. There was a bartender watching me. So other employees were like into watching this happen. And I said, I'll just let it run. And um, it ended up a couple of the tacos ended up being too hot to eat. I had to eat them slower than I wanted because they were fresh the entire time. So in some ways, I would have liked to gotten 10 at a time. It would have been a lot easier on the waitress, and they would have cooled down a little bit for me to eat. But I just decided to let that one run out, and I did not ask for more. Sometimes I'll say, I'm going to eat a lot. Can I just get, X amount in the beginning? But another taco place, so Moe's, which was a video I did last fall, they made me walk through the line every time. And I tried to give them my credit card and say, I'm going to set the record, and you can charge me the individual price for all of these. And if I eat them all, then you just charge me the like the unlimited price. But they didn't want to do that either. So sometimes it's up to the restaurant, but I'd prefer to get a bunch at once, like the Crystals did, where they just came out and gave me a lot of food. Now, off camera, I offended several other eaters in that restaurant got mad while I was filming the Crystals video because they saw me get all these burgers and they said, I want 15 burgers. And they told me you can't get 15 burgers. You can only get two or three at a time with the refills of Crystals. So some people were upset in that restaurant. Not everybody was my fan, but not they were just don't hate the player, hate the game type thing. I was able to do the Crystals video because the Crystals Twitter account and I were having a conversation. So that's how I was able to get a lot there. Ludo, so I'm trying to get away from the hot Cheeto sandwich video. I thought that was just the dumbest thing. And to me, I made that video to be a parody of eating videos and people taking their recipes seriously. So I made that whole video was an inside joke to myself. And I said, I'll make up a recipe. My wife looked at me like I was crazy. I didn't think anybody actually made those sandwiches. I thought it was just something silly and stupid and people would get the joke. I had no idea how many people had Cheeto sandwiches. Like it was a real thing. And I didn't know it was. So I believe you when you say your girl had them when she was young, but I really thought I made it up. Yeah, Jimmy Texas Pete is good, but not in 1 gallon quantities. So I'm either doing a massive meatball sandwich or doing pasta. The man who don't like handshakes. It's going to be at home challenge. Yes, tuna. She brought plate after plate after plate. Oh, sorry about that. About the Moe's. The CC's one wasn't bad. It was just it was just tough. The line was so enormously long that literally a pizza only lasted two or three people in line, and the whole pizza would be gone because people were just grabbing anything they could at CC's. So it ended up being tough just to get anything. And that was one of those times where I truly didn't want to be like get shot by the other customers. I could have eaten a ton more, but then so many people would have been upset and truly not gotten food because they could not make the pizzas fast enough. No, Crystals did not know I was coming. What happens is Crystals has their own store chains and then they have franchises. The stores themselves, the ones that are corporate owned, they do not have the all you can eat anymore. Only the franchises do. So I was told by the corporate off their Twitter account that they weren't going to do an all you can eat for me. They said, no, even for you, we're not going to do it. So I happened to see a franchise do it. And then that was the right mix of being able to do it. So that was kind of arranged once I got to the restaurant. So they weren't prepared for me because they didn't know I was coming. Yes, my taco waitress, Rachel, was the best. Hello, Milana. Tuna and Cheeto sandwich. I like that. The tacos were incredible. Milana Abramian. Shout out with an Shoudt. OUDT. See what I did there? Thank you, Milana. Yeah, right, Ludo? I had no clue that it was something. Oh, no, I wasn't taking it personal, Tuna. Especially when I'm doing these things, I'm saying stuff so quickly that I don't know if I'm repeating myself, and I apologize if I do. Checkmate, what's going on? I have more subscribers than Brandon. Well, yeah, Brandon was way ahead of me at one point, and I passed him. Doesn't mean my content's better than Brandon. It's just the weird way that YouTube works. I have no doubt that Brandon will hit 100,000 subscribers because he has some seriously dedicated fans. And I have great fans as well, but like his fans will watch a 30, 40 hour long video. Like it's crazy. We don't have a Pizza Hut buffet tuna anywhere near me, as far as I know. They're all long gone. We have our Pizza Huts around here are just the takeout Pizza Huts. You can't even eat inside them. Oh, checkmate, Jeff. I don't think Jeff's anywhere near Brandon. I mean, I don't keep track of people, but I know Brandon's over 40,000. I don't think Jeff's anywhere near 40,000. But I could be wrong. Like I don't keep track of my friends' YouTube numbers unless they reach milestones. Hello, Kevin. Thanks for coming. Really, Aaron? Look at that. I like that. I could do a Pizza Hut buffet. Now that would kill me afterwards because even when 20 years ago, before I started eating, when I would do the Pizza Hut buffet, I felt it afterwards. I don't know if it's the grease from eating, 50, 60 slices, but many times I ate at least 50 slices of the Pizza Hut buffet, probably 60 or 70, because they used to slice them really skinny at the buffet in King of Prussia. Yeah, Ludo, I have no idea. We're like my close one, which when I bought Pizza Hut for one of my videos, you can stand inside when you order, but it's all delivery and just pick up. Jimmy, I was at IKEA. I was looking at what I could do for a challenge, and I couldn't think of anything too good besides buying their meatballs and coming home and eating them. Tuna, did you see Killer Kenny's latest pizza? Flaming hot pizzas. No, I did not. Uh, I have a lot of people that make YouTube channels, and it is so tough to keep up with everyone's videos, especially when you have people like Randy Santel who cranks out 4 videos a week. It is tough. So Tuna, I had this time last year, I had 6,000 subscribers. Now I have roughly 96,000 subscribers. So yeah, Corbucci's channel did help me. So wow, we've been on here for a while. It's 6:30 already. Uh, any last questions? I appreciate everyone coming out. I do have a car that is under recall though. It's a Toyota Matrix, and I need to get that to the dealership so it can get the airbag fixed. So I got to go shortly here, but I'll see if there's any last questions. So, 11:30 is getting late there, Big Mac. I appreciate you staying up with us. Harlem and Irving. Harlem and Irving. So I was off Harlem and Grand when I was in Chicago. So how far is Grand from Irving? Grand was I was 24 north, 72 west in Chicago. Ronald, yes, I want to do the sushi buffet just because um, there's a lot of them around me. So I definitely will do one soon. But I need to. I'm trying to stay off a Chinese or an Asian buffet um, soon. So I really appreciate everyone coming out. Thank you so much. I see there's still 30 some people in here, and uh, 41 north is Irving Park. Okay, gotcha. So it was a little bit north of me. Um, thank you so much. I still need your address, by the way. Um, have a great night. So everyone have a great night. Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate all the support. Hopefully we'll get to 100,000 soon, get you a great video, but I try to put out better videos each time. Doesn't always work. Sometimes I have an editing issue like I did with the video with George, where I made the video look worse than it was. But thanks again. Take care, y'all, and I will see you guys later. And thank you, especially Justin Apathy. Sorry, I was for the super chats, but Aaron and Miss Hobbs, thank you so much. I don't know what was going on. I'll have to talk to you guys offline, but there was some nonsense going on, and I appreciate you clearing that up.